Okay, guys, so welcome to the Enigma Strategy webinar. Myself, Henry, and we will get cracking very, very shortly. Wait for everybody to sign up. And through all of the major pairs. Okay, if you've just joined the webinar, welcome. It's myself, Henry, and it's the Enigma Strategy webinar, and we're just waiting to get cracking. Okay, so we're going to start in 1 minute. By the way, if you've got any questions, make sure you put it in the chat, and I will try and respond as quickly as I can while doing the analysis. And hopefully we can get some kind of like lessons. I want to try and teach people some stuff today. That would be good. Oh, and actually, can I just make sure that you can hear me? Can you hear me? Yo, Oliver, how you doing, mate? Are you well? Wicked, wicked, wicked. Thanks, brother. How's trading been for you today, mate? Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, it's been really good though. Really, really good today. Crazy session ECB. Yeah, the Eurozone. It's really interesting because we're in yen, euro yen, and we had the sell off, didn't we? And then we had the bounce. So we had a lot of stops taken out on the lows, and then stop hunters, and then we rallied quite hard, really. And obviously yen is weak at the moment, and I was expecting yen to actually all yen pairs to rally this week, and that's what we kind of saw. So yeah, it was a really, really interesting day, especially for gold as well. So that was it's been real up and down today. Okay, guys, so I am actually going to get started because it's time to go. So yep, so welcome, guys. I'm just going to put this aside. If you do have a question, just tap it here, and I will try and get to it as quickly as I can. Just wanted to go through what we do today. So to review and analyze major pairs, that should be an S, shouldn't it? Review major pairs, discuss potential trading setups, and cover trading strategies. If you have any questions at all, please do ask, as questions are always really good. I'm going to start here, guys, actually, because this is a trading setup that I want to give you guys, just for you guys, in the room. So hopefully you can get on this now. This is a sell setup. We're looking for the sell here, and we can enter pretty much now. Okay, let's just go from the daily. You can see here massive sell-off happening today, all day, and we've got a series of lower lows and lower highs, and this is just the start of the downtrend here, and our TP is going to be 0.96544. Just going to see what analysis I've done already, because I looked at this pair before myself for a setup. Let's just come out of here. So what I usually do, guys, I start from a weekly. Okay, weekly setup like this, and I'm just looking to see. I'm just looking to try and get just a kind of a sort of a general view on where we are. I try and create a trading range like this. Okay, so this is where we're ranging from, and you can see here we had a trend line that's been broken, and so we've broken the trend line here, and we've got our first lower low and lower high seen here in here, and we've come to the bottom of our value here. So we go to the daily. Okay, so just counting these waves here. Looks like we have. So we've obviously come off here. This is a really important zone here. I'm just going to mark it in red for you. Yeah, and we have rejected this quite comprehensively 3 times now, and this is going to be the 1, 2, 3, third rejection now down to the bottom of value, and you can see here the RSI volume is quite low. We go to the 4 hours and look at these candlesticks. Okay, so this is a really bearish pattern here, guys. So we've had selling, we've had the rebound off the resistance here. We've had then this sort of immediate reflex to buyers coming in, trying to push beyond this level here, and instantly we've closed, engulfing this buyer action. And actually, it's not engulfing on one side; it's both sides. It's like a bearish sandwich here. So it tells me that we are going to the downside quite harshly. Okay, pardon me. In terms of, let's just have a look at this quickly. I'm looking for a pattern here. But really important thing I look for as well is we've actually broken the significant low here on the hour. Okay, so this low has been taken out now, and that tells me. So here you can see the low was it was respected, it was met, and we rallied. But here now this low has been breached, which tells me that we will be going much lower here. So our entries. So we're going to be selling this now at market execution. Our stop loss is going to be above this rejection zone here. Okay, and we're going to be taking this down to the bottom of value, and value is defined by the trading range that we are contained in. Okay, so this is our trading range in purple on the 4 hour. So I'm looking now for price to fall to here and test this support area here. Okay, so 96.8, so it's about 250 pips on the 4 hour chart. $864. Okay, guys. So it's a really good risk reward here. It's at least a 3-to-1 strategy here. We're taking this because we've had a rejection off of this key level here, and we've broken the low of 4 hour as well. Tells me that we're going to see downside on this pair. Anyone have any questions about this set we're doing, guys? Any questions at all? So just before I came on this webinar, I actually sold this. So I'm in this now, but I'll only be a few pips, or maybe, you know, it's a really nice trade here just for you guys. And I made this trade for you on the newbie group, just for those guys, just for you lots in blocks and such forth. Okay, let's get if there's no more questions, let's get straight into it then. And on pound. Okay, here pound is looking. We have a sell stop on the pound. Yeah. Okay, and that's still in place. because we are actually looking for this to fall. This is just a corrective move here, and this looks to me, this looks like an ABC. But I'm just going to go to the daily for you guys just to get rid of all my analysis that I've done. But okay, so quite a clear trend line here. It's developed. So whatever happens to the pound in days, it's entirely active. This isn't. I'm very sceptical of any kind of significant pound rally, purely because, well, one, because euro is so weak as well. Two, Brexit is a massive hindrance to pound strength. Even though we had some quite good figures coming out, I think it was yesterday. The economy is actually quite more resilient than we thought. But you know, these are sticking plasters on what is. There is so much speculation about terms of Brexit that we see any kind of bullish impetus. I think for a long time, I think we are going to be going much lower here. And so my count is this, and I post it up on my market review. This is wave one. So, you guys, this. Okay, so I want to just show you how I do this. Okay, so now I know that this is a wave two. I know this is a wave two. And the wave two is a correction. So just give you some theory, guys. So market moves in, we call impulse waves. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just change this. Okay, so the market, according to Elliott wave theory, moves in impulse moves. So an impulsive move, there are 3 moves, any market action. Okay, seen in purple here, and there are always 2 corrective moves seen in green. Okay. Now, when we have a correction like this, wave 2 or wave 4, a correction is made of 3 moves to the upside in the downtrend, so it will be A, C. So we're looking for a zigzag in a wave 2. So wave 2 will always be, as in most time, movie I've been doing this, it's rare that I don't see a zigzag in wave 2. So we're looking for a free wave structure in our wave 2. I'm just have to leave this aside, guys. If you've got questions, I have to keep bringing that up. So just move. Yeah. So a wave 2 is always a zigzag. Most of the time it will zigzag. It is kind of direction. I'm just going to show you now what I mean. This daily here, you can kind of clearly see a 3-wave move. So I'm using a Mac, and it's not the easiest sometimes to. Okay, here you go. Here you can see it quite clearly. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Okay, can everybody see what I'm talking about here? This A, B, C. Can everybody see this? This. Just let me know if yes, if you can see that, you understand. Everybody understand? Cool. So I know this is a 3-wave move. It looks like a 3-wave move. Tells me it's a zigzag. Okay. Here's the other bit of thing. Here's the other kind of thing you look for in a zigzag. Just gonna hide this quickly. Okay, so this is B wave 1, 2. Now a wave 2 typically will be a deep retracement. Okay, it's going to will have a large sell-off in wave 1, and then price will instinctively want to retrace to, typically it will be the 61.8 or 50% of wave 1. This is the top of wave 1. It's because it's the highest point of the new cycle. So fib extension to the top, to the bottom, and would you look at that, to the 61.8, nearly on the button here. Can you see? Nearly on the button. So what we could have done is we could have put a sell limit, 10 pips here, would have been activated, and down we go. Really nice, safe way of trading here. Okay. Now there's always the potential, as Elliott wave theory goes, the retracement can go all the way to the 99.9% of wave 1. Okay. So, you know, that's a good 150 pips, guys, which is why we need to exercise risk management all the time. But what a lovely little setup this would have been. As soon as we notice a zigzag, and we know that with the breach of, this is our ABC here. As soon as we breach we notice a zigzag, we can start putting our sell limit. And now we're into wave 3, and wave 3 is the most powerful wave, and it will just die. And you can see the pound killed itself, and it's just killed itself and killed itself and killed itself. Now at this point here, we're at a wave 4 of 5 to finish here, somewhere around here, guys. 15. Wave 4 will be a complex correction. It won't be a zigzag. It will be a flat correction. So a flat is, or it could be a double zigzag. A flat will be something like this. Okay. Something like this. There's 3 different types of flat correction you can get. And we can have any number of complex corrections. So we can have a zigzag with a flat correction, or 2 flat corrections, or 2 zigzags together. So, but that's quite advanced. But anyway, we are looking for more downside on the pound here. I'd like to see a rejection off of this level here, this trend line. Okay. And then if we do get a nice bearish kind of a bearish signal off this trend line, we may be able to enter this short. But at the moment, it's looking it could be this. It could be something like this. Okay. I have this idea that actually this is an ABC of a larger degree, and that wave 4 is going to retrace quite high, and then we go down. It's still going to go down, but I mean, it's just when is this going to go down? We will probably know by tomorrow morning if it's going to break, if it breaches this high here at 123.986. Okay, so it breaks this level, then I will be looking to recount this as an ABC, and we will probably finish around 1. We would probably rally actually quite hard up to here. Okay, but I can't really call it at the moment. We'll just have to wait till the 18th session tonight and just to see that. But we have a sell stop anyway here at the significant low. So if it breaks this, if price was to break this low, it has to go lower. Okay, it can't just break this low and then bounce. Okay, not the count that's done. We'd be having a sort of large sell-off to the downside to finish wave 5, and then we would have a more significant push to the upside, but that would be several weeks away yet. Any questions, guys, about pounds at all? Any questions about the pound or Brexit? Does everybody follow? Is anybody confused? Anybody confused? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so guys, the next pair I'm going to be looking at is euro. Euro USD, here it is, and you can see I've been playing around with this count at the moment. Let's go from the macro. We are in a channel right now. Okay, you can see we've got a 1, 2, 3 move very clearly, guys. 3 moves, zigzag, A, B, C. We've had a rejection off the trend line, and then we have a recovery here. I'm going to call this. So when we have a double zigzag, so we've got A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. We call this a complex correction, like a double a zigzag. So it's W, X, Y, and W, X, Y. Now we have a larger degree, so now we're in a double zigzag. Okay, guys? So what we're looking at now is for the euro to rally, okay, to rally 50% of this whole structure. 50%. So what I do, and this fits in nicely with what's happened today, because actually I think this is an ABC. So what we do, take our fib, this is the top of the cycle, to the bottom, 50% is here. Let's just draw a line. So typically when we have a cycle like this, when we have a completed cycle, price will retrace 50%. So here, ABC, price has retraced. Let's just quickly find out how far it retraced. Oh, just in the 50% area and then fell away again. So price does that quite often. There's a lot of symmetry in the market. There is so much symmetry in trading Forex. And if you can begin to understand it and use the patterns, it will become very successful doing it, you know, and it takes a lot of the stress out as well. Okay, so I would be looking for potentially looking for equal legs, and that would be here. Okay, guys, so here, so this would be the area where I think price will, and actually it's quite interesting that it's off this trend line here. So I think we'll have a rejection off of this trend line, and back down we go to downside for the start of our Y leg. Okay, so we are only a couple of days, I think, away from this move to the downside. I think we're probably 1 day away, if that, and this is going to be a beautiful trade for everybody. I'm certainly taking this on. Some really big pips at stake here. 400 pip move here, and what we're waiting for now. Let me go to the 1 hour. Okay, guys, so we're waiting for a rejection off of the trend line here, or a clear rejection from the 100%, okay, of equal legs. So when I say 100% of equal legs, it means this. So I'm saying this is A, B, C, okay. Now, Elliott wave theory is very clear about ABCs and the length of A, B, and C, okay, and typically, very often, not all the time, but often, leg A and leg C are the same length. So leg C will be 100% of leg A, okay? And you can even use just a drawing tool like this. You can move it and you can see that actually we're not actually very far off now moving down. In fact, this could be the end of this move here. It could be the end, and that would be a flat correction in here. A flat correction, and this would be X, okay? But we'll have to see what the close of the candle is. Maybe we'll get a shooting star. Let's just have a look here quickly. So clearly this is their resistance. You can see we are forming a shooting star. We've got 8 minutes left. We could be on for this soon. We could be on for this soon, guys. Okay. I will put a signal out if I think it's got some legs. Okay, and we can definitely take this down to the downside. All right, guys. But this is actually looking really nice going short. Any questions, guys, about this pair? Any questions? No questions. Okay, it's pretty straightforward, I think. So we're just waiting for a nice clean close, bearish close here. We get a shooting star, even better. If we do get a shooting star, it'll be a short under the wick, and down we go. Okay, but we could come off the trend line here and reject, or we could actually extend higher. Okay, we could extend higher and then reject. So it's a case of when not if, but really nice on the euro. Okay, let's look at gold. Here's gold, and it's a very similar setup in terms of the pattern and the structure. This is the setup that we are in right now. Let's just start from the macro daily. Okay, so we have a 1 2. It's actually a 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is a nice large impulsive one. Triangle on wave 2, and a large impulsive wave up to wave 3. So we're actually working on wave 4 correction now, and it's looking like we actually are going to retest 1450, which is the top of wave right at the top of wave 3 on the smaller cycle here. So we're going to be testing the top of wave 3, and then we will bounce for the wave 4. Very typical for price to retrace back to the wave, top of wave 3 here in this zone that I've marked in grey. Okay, now in terms of the actual pattern on the 4 hour, we've got A, B, C. We rallied today, didn't we? We made some really nice profits on here, and then we saw a very keen sell-off, which tells me that this is a WXY, or a double correction. Okay, and now I'm expecting price to fall quite quickly to Y here, which is at 1452. Any questions, guys, about this? Because this is quite a simple setup, really. We are in it already, so if we don't have any questions, I will move on. Or any questions about how I'm doing it, or anything at all? We're expecting much more downside on this 1450. Isn't to trade gold technical analysis when any fundamentals happen, usually always. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this could be a fair point. Fair point, mate. I just trade technicals myself, and obviously I do look at the news. News obviously does have an impact, but you know, the candlesticks give you a very good technical analysis. Gives you. I've never needed to combine the two, to be honest, because I think it can become confusing, and you want to keep your strategy as simple as possible. That's how I do it. But for me, this is a very clear pattern. This tells me a lot about what I think is my forecast. But I mean, some people like to mix technical analysis with fundamentals. Definitely understand that. But for myself, I do just trade probably 80-90% just on the technicals, on Elliott wave theory, because Elliott wave theory is based on sort of psychology. It's the psychology of the marketplace, and when you combine that with Japanese candlestick, which is live price action, that does give you a good idea of what the market is thinking as a kind of conscious being, really, isn't it? But there are many ways to skin a cat, and so you have to create your own kind of strategy that works for you. So that's a fair point, and I do take that on board. Yes. Okay, so gold. Personally, I have more downside on this, and I am in this myself, and we will review this on Thursday. No, we've moved the webinar back, haven't we? I will review this Tuesday. Okay, by Tuesday, I expect we will be consolidating wave 4 here, and we will be looking for the long buy to wave 5. Wave 5 projected at, I think I had it about 1650, around 1650. Okay, so really, really, really nice. Let's just have a look at pips. Great, could be a fantastic trade for the month. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah, it's like 2,000 pips. I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous trade on that's going to come to fruition. We just have to get in the right position at the risk at the place where it's going to be risk free for us. But I like this so far, and this should give us some really nice profits actually. So all good for that. I think we're on yen. Right, it's a bit annoying actually because I came out of this trade. I told everyone to come out. As you can see, this is what I had. Let's just go to the daily just to show you what I mean. So we are rallying now. All yen pairs rallying. I came out because we had rejected this level here, but it looks like we are pushing quite quickly now past that. Lots of strength on the RSI still. I think for me the kind of place I'm looking at of going long again will be here. Okay, this significant high. We break this level here, okay, which means the new cycle has started. We break this level, 109.43. It means this cycle is over, okay? At the very least, we will see a bounce. Okay, let me just explain. Let's get rid of all this rubbish. Okay, going to go from here, this high here, 1, 2, 3. Looks like an ABC to me, free wave move. Very clear, doesn't it? Very clear free wave move. I'm just going to check. Okay, well, I mean, you can't get clear on that, can you? On the 7.86. Okay, so it looks like we are now rallying. Now the minimum rally, again, 50% of this structure. 50% minimum. If it is a structure. So we're looking here. Okay, so at this point, two things can happen here. So this is, so we could have this. This could be, this would be a move. And then there'll be more downside. Okay, there'll be more downside here. Just to let you know, there's a kind of a, there's a channel here. This could be a potential channel that's forming. And it does actually coincide with sort of X here. Okay, so it's kind of not very coincidental, really. It's kind of how these things play out. So this could be a potential channel, and we could reject, and down we go. So yen at the moment, it's in a real. I'm not. It is a difficult one to get right at the moment. So this could be the bottom of the channel here, and we just put something else in. This is your area of value in the middle. Okay, so yeah, we could have a situation here, guys, where we could be creating wave X, and then we could see more downsides, okay, to Y, and it kind of makes sense because gold is predicted to become more bullish over the coming months, and when gold becomes bullish, you know, yen typically historically becomes very strong as well. So I'm really, this idea could be something happening. I mean, clearly, if we were to break, you know, this level, then I think we would be very, very firmly into a bullish territory, and we could be looking at, you know, going right up to the 120s. But let's just see how this goes for the coming days. Pardon me, guys. Any questions about yen? I'll have a look at yen in a bit more detail later on. We're out of it, so. But if we need to get back into it, I'll have a look. Any questions about it? No questions? No. Okay, right, guys. Well, that's kind of the roundup for tonight. There's some really exciting things going on. I'm especially liking Euro USD short, and I'm really liking pound short as well. So those are the two big ones for me. We just need to be a little bit more patient, just waiting a little bit longer. We've got the sell stop on cable. Just need to be looking at Euro USD and getting those perfect entries on that particular pair. I'm going to be reviewing Euro Yen as well because I think that could be coming to the end of the cycle. And obviously gold we're in as well. So there's some really exciting things. But if that's it, guys, I am going to go. But I will be sending out my market reports on tomorrow. Guys, so please do check that out. I'll also be updating the USD Swissy trade that I put for you guys, just for you. So please check out the group for that. And I believe that is it. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed the webinar, guys. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. It's Henry at enigmastrategy.com. Okay, right. Have a fantastic evening, and I will catch you lot. I will catch you on Tuesday. Cheers. Thanks. Bye, guys. No problem. Cheers.